Hello and welcome, as it is that of the 18th day of July 2018. My name is Derek and welcome to the Money Charts channel. All decisions, all bets, all wagers, all trades is your own risk, own reward. And for myself, risk reward portfolio management is always job number one. I created another channel earlier today, which is focusing on a backup channel, but video logs, how I'm going to do it. I probably later on like to try to do live streams amongst such. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. And then I could put maybe a computer monitor or television screen in my view so I can read the comments section, something considering doing later on down the line. After all, I figured a few things out on those cell phones there. Then I should know better given how well technology driven I have been over the last several years, or how smart in computers I have been my whole life, really. However, not the funnest of things to use them. But I was able to get those videos up. The channel name is Derek Crypto. I'll put a link to the channel in the more information box. Okay, then. So within Cardano, we had a, what do you want to call this, a double bottom. It didn't quite reach the previous low, but what was important was how it was going to react when coming up to this resistance. Well, it's doing decent. When these cryptos go, they can go. Are we going to have another move like we've seen up here? Question mark. Will we have an amazing size one? I mean, back before it went from like a dime, under a dime, to over $1.25. So that was like a 12x move. And would it even possibly be better than this? I've seen a lot of cryptos do 50, 100 plus X moves, especially against the fiat currency, let alone against that of the Bitcoin cross. We look at this on, say, a 3-hour time frame. This thing has just been blistering from this 15-cent level. You go from 15 to 19. Just from this level, let alone going from the 12 handle that we can see before. But we can see the amount of resistance that it entailed. And I don't know why I don't know why I can't place horizontal rays easy on here. But this level of resistance we can see was at, all it was short-term resistance. And thus after a hit towards that, it comes right back to the 18. Not much of a decline. And since it broke it, it has just been soaring to the upside ever since. Same thing on Bitcoin, although this horizontal ray was put in most likely for Fibonacci purposes. And therefore, this would be the 23.6, 38.2, 61.8. We'll see how likely it is that this thing might make a move up to the possible 38 area, but volatility, that's what I like about this game, and how it can really do wonders for a portfolio when you can make good trades. When you have markets that can, on its April lows, or late March rather, be under 2,000 Satoshi and then make it to over 4,000. That's a 2x gain. And of course, the volatility that I had before, going from 300 Satoshi up to 8,000. These are ways you can increase your cryptocurrency portfolio. So if you start if you're trading, maybe you got 5 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 100, or 0.1. Those numbers can be double, triple, 4x, 10x. Of course, risk reward management. And when you look for things to lower the risk but increase the reward, then you can probably do pretty good. I try my best to help as far as just enlightening people, different strategies. And when I'm showing these charts on a technical analysis level, I think it's a good idea to make my ideas your own, because you're probably watching other videos as well, so you get so many different views. And if I got to think I'm more contrarian from everybody else, because everybody I talk about, traders, all talk the exact same language, it seems. And I don't hang around with these people. No, don't do such. I don't know a lot of their vocabulary or terms, but I realize how they play the game. And I always hear the same thing. They enter a position at some point, they put a stop loss here, they manage their trade, they adjust their stops in certain situations, they might sell a third or their half of their order here. You know what, that's all fine and dandy, but that's just not what I do. For myself, I'd like to put in buy and sell orders. I'm not playing Cardano against Bitcoin. I'm playing it against the US dollar. And I've been buying the prices as they go lower and selling them as they go up. So I look forward to a lot of these up and down volatile moves that will occur within the crypto space. Let's take a look at Vertcoin, VTC. 16,000. I remember talking about this breaking up over this 40, 60, 80,000 mark. And well, 16,000 now. Seen the price have a move of about a 5x to the downside with a lot of choppy up and down moves that can work for short term. And when I say term, that's based on percentage moves. So for those looking to get in on 20, 15% gains, I mean, there's a lot of buying, selling available. And within some of these spike moves, you have a day where the high is 38.045 and the low and close. The low 25, the close at 29. So there are spots where your sell orders, you can buy them back, and well, that's fantastic. And in situations when markets go up, they usually go up a lot faster than they go down. So if a market is to make a move close to this level, I would expect it to happen faster. Thus, everything bought down here would be sold for higher prices. For bought here, okay, maybe you've already sold that here. That's fine. But say what you bought here, maybe you want to sell up here somewhere. This one you want to sell up here. This one you want to sell up here. And then the whole idea comes into place, because oftentimes there's going to be situations where you might have to wait many weeks and months for the markets to revert back over. But they oftentimes will do such. And then when they do, like I've stated many times before, when cryptos go, boy, will they ever go pretty good. They'll just go, basically. Thus, the amount that it increases in duration time is much, much quicker than what it loses. So when we look at the amount that it lost to go from what this low is here at about 13, from, say, breaking down on Fibonacci at 25, it broke down from this area like into the final week of May, reaching this point in the final week of June. So that was 1 month. It went from 25 to 14. So I would expect it to take between 2 to 7 days when it's ready to do so to get to 25. Now it looks like it might be ready right now. After all, it's had a good, nice green candle. Cryptos are starting to show possible forms of reversal overall as a whole, as Bitcoin continuously goes up each day recently. And amongst the 400-minute time frame, I see a market that's pretty much completing a double bottom formation. But whether there'll be resistance here or not, I don't know. As I showed before, there was a short-term level in a situation like this. What's important for me is to see it holds around this general area. So if it does resist such, if it comes down to here and we start to see rallying after that, then I'm going to be looking for probability odds for a major pump higher, which is getting back 1 month worth of losses in a much less period of time, to be happening, or to be more probable to take place within the market. And let's take a final look at library credits. I got memories as a kid of taking a long, about a 40-second walk to the library. It wasn't far from where I lived. So that was an advantage as a 7-year-old, 9-year-old, 12-year-old, pre-internet days, to be able to get research at the library. I don't know what this happens to have with a library, because quite frankly, libraries are going extinct or going by the wayside, or B, you can term as library as a collection of items, like having a library of movies and videos and music, video games, that kind of stuff. Regardless of the fact, technical analysis is technical analysis. Interesting day how it's broken out above 2020, so I got to be ready to sell anytime. I probably got to sell it, or probably close to 23. I'm going to check. And it's 2168 on this exact exchange on Poloniex. Really? 2150? Well, that sucks. But that's what it is. Sometimes you put your orders in, they'll hit. Sometimes your order will come in, you get 2009. Okay. Sometimes you'll get the top, 2130. And then sometimes you'll be 14 basis points higher than the number. At least it didn't go up to 2162 or 2163. But regardless of the fact, this thing is having a nice little breakout pattern. And look at the volatility. The December rally last year, when everything was going up fantastically. 1,500 up to about 8,500. That's about a 6x gain. It's lost everything since that point. And all of the up and down choppy action that I expect to see. Now, last year, the gain was even more fantastic, as its March gain was from the same like 1,500 area, but up to about 36,000. So that was better than a 20x move. I don't know. Maybe this is a shit coin to the point where its next rally might be just terrible, going up only like 27, 28 before falling. Maybe. But I do realize that up and down movements are all part of this game, and any market that pretty much goes to zero, that has this kind of volatility where they make higher, like lower highs and lows like this, where you have a 20x, 25x gain, get most of it back, do a 10x gain, same thing, maybe do another 5, 6x gain, maybe make a new low before another 12x gain. If it keeps doing stuff like that, then I can still profit amongst the bear markets. That's what I love about the crypto trading game. It's all about the game and how you play it. I am the game, and I want to play. And I am playing the game. Okay, so then, thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.